there, it's Jackie Ballhays from clumpandstampers.com coming to you from Zeeland, Michigan. I have another fun fold for you today, and it's a quick and easy one just like everything else I do, but it uses DSP, Designer Series paper. And I wanted to show you this card today because July 1st is right around the corner and we have a Designer Series paper sale coming from Stampin' Up! And I am so excited. Buy 3, get 1 free. Everybody likes BOGOs, and it's going to be all about Designer Series paper the whole month of July. So I want to share a lot of projects with you using Designer Series paper, which I do anyway because I love it. But I want to just try to show you as many of the papers and as many different projects as I can in this upcoming month. So we're going to start a couple days early to get you excited about the BOGO sale and show you a project using Rooted in Nature and Nature's Poem Designer Series paper. So let's flip the camera down and I'll show you today's project. Here's the card we're making today. And like I said, we're using the Nature's Poem Designer Series paper. And what I love is the way this card opens up, and I'm able to use 3 different ones. You know, when you buy these Designer Series packs, all the pieces and all the different prints in them coordinate with each other, and it's really fun to use several of them all in one card. But I kind of like how this card folds as well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to cut and score. We'll talk about the sizes and then about this element here and a few tips for you. So let's just set the card aside and we're going to grab the Simply Scored board. I did use this in my project on Wednesday, which was also a fun fold. It really is the easiest way to get accurate scoring, especially when you're doing something like this. So we just have a piece of soft suede that is 11 by 5.5. So it's a little bit bigger than we normally use for a card, a little bit larger than a half sheet of cardstock, but it makes a fun fold for us. And we're gonna go ahead and score it at 3 3/4. And then we'll come out here and do it again at 10. Now, if you don't catch all of these measurements, I will have a link in the description of the video to the blog post that not only has pictures of the project, but will also give you all the dimensions, where to score, and all the sizes of the pieces and all the products I used today. So once we're scored, all we have to do is fold on these score lines. And even when I fold it, I like to use my bone folder. This is just one of my standard tools in my stamping toolkit. And go ahead, that just gives you that really nice crisp fold in there on your card. So there's the base of our card. And you can see here, when our card opens up, we have 3 panels essentially. And I've used Designer Series paper on all 3 of them. This first piece is 3.5 by 5.25. Then we have a piece that's 3 by 5.25, and then just a little strip here that's 3.25 by, or I'm sorry, 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then our white piece that fills in this panel is 3 3/4 by 5.25. Now again, if you missed that, make sure you check out the blog post because I'll have all of that listed for you. But what I want to talk about today is a few tips for this. I like to call it an element, when you're putting together something and then putting it onto your card. Now I've done most of these pieces already. I'm using the Rooted in Nature stamp set that you've seen me use quite a few times, along with the coordinating framelits. Now remember, when you purchase them together, you get 10% off of it. But I've just done some pieces, and I picked the Mint Macaron and Cajun Craze because those were colors that were in my DSP to make sure that everything coordinates, as well as my words, "You are wonderful." Now I did fussy cut these, and I've shown in a video a few tips for this. If you have any questions on how to do it, because it is really easy, and some people I know struggle with it, let me know and I'll send you the link to that video. So let's set that aside. What I want to stamp for you today is the slice of wood, because I have a couple of tips for you to get a little bit of dimension, I guess, into your image here. So when I ink this up with soft suede, it's really dark. So what I'm going to actually do is stamp it on scrap paper 2 times, get quite a bit of that ink off of there. Then I'm going to take my soft suede marker and I'm going to just run this around the edge. You know, you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, you know, the exact same amount. You know, we'll kind of come up in here around this little cut there, but just running it around to get some ink on the edge, and then go ahead and stamp it. There we go. So you can see how it makes the outside darker, which is normal when you have a slice off of a tree. So there's the stamping. Then we're going to just grab our paper snips. If you do much cutting, the paper snips are the best scissors I have found. They cut so easy, but with that nice sharp point, and that blade, it's not a very long blade, and the handles are so, I guess soft. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I just know it's a great scissors and it works really good. So when I cut it, I do cut it leaving some white around it. And then I'm going to go back to my soft suede pad here and take a Stampin' Sponge and just go around the edge. Again, it puts a little bit, makes that edge a little bit darker, and it covers up that white a little bit. It actually gives us a couple shades in there. So there we go. There is our slice of wood. Now I am using a piece of twine, and to cut this, I just, loosely wrapped it a couple of times around my hand. So that's about how long it is. I don't even know. Let's see. It's about 12.5 inches or so. But what I like to do is take my piercing tool here and fray the ends. So I'll just poke this in here and fray these a little bit. I like that look. It doesn't look so much like a piece of thick baker's twine that's just chopped off, so to speak. So fray that end, and then we'll fray this end. There we go. Now I'm going to just take a little piece of Scotch tape. This is another little standard thing in my toolbox. And we're going to roll this up into kind of a circle, about like so. I mean, there's no perfect way to do this. Actually, I want a little bit more up there. And then I am going to use my Scotch tape to tape it down. Get those, you want those pieces different lengths, so just kind of, and it's just kind of roughly holding it on there because we're going to go ahead, whoops, and add our pieces, the rest of this, and that's what will really hold that down. So we'll take our leaves that are cut out, and I'm going to just start with my bigger one, and we'll take a couple of dimensionals and put those on there. And let's see, let's go this way, and we're going to stick that right over this. So now the Scotch tape really isn't that critical anymore. It really is just holding it in place to get me started because these dimensionals will hold it down there. So there's that one. And then let's see, we'll stick, how about if we stick this one down here? You want to make sure that you get at least one of these that are going to cover up that Scotch tape. Or even if you're not going to cover it up, then just go ahead and pull it off of there. But that covers it up pretty good. We can spread this out a little bit if we want. And then for our You Are Wonderful, we're going to use some liquid adhesive, and I'm going to just put some down at this end because I'm going to put it over those leaves. I didn't want to use another dimensional or we'd get up too high. So we'll put that like so. And then, as you're building something like this, oops, we're kind of stuck right there. If a part of it seems to be sticking up too much, I just go ahead and put a little dab of adhesive under there. Looks like this. Keep that leaf down a little bit flatter. And then we're going to stick this one in there with a little bit of adhesive as well. So really you're just taking a bunch of, I like to call them parts and pieces, and sticking them together, some of them with dimensionals so that they pop up, and then other ones use some adhesive to hold it down. You've got a little bit of dimension going with your twine, and then that's just ready to add to your card. So let's take a peek at our card again. I'm not going to put the whole thing together. I showed you how to score it, but that's what our card looks like. Easy peasy, right? You know me, everything I do is simple. I like to use the word Stampin' Made Simple because we don't have to make it difficult, and we don't need to use a lot of products and a lot of messy stuff. So that's my style anyway. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this fun fold. Make sure you check out my other videos. I just posted another fun fold the other day that I think you'll like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have lots more ideas coming your way, and share it with a friend. If you've got stamping friends, let them follow my videos as well. And if you're looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and would like to order any of the products I've shared with you today, I would love to be that person. I'll have the link in the description of the video that'll take you to the store and also to my website. And like I said, on the website, I will have all the dimensions and all the products you need to make this card. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you. So until I have another project for you, have a Stamp Happy Day.